Welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness of Genoa City, and we are so thrilled to have you here with us. Grab your favorite snacks, get cozy, and let's jump straight into the juiciest updates that are breaking the internet today. My jaw is literally on the floor right now. I am not exaggerating when I say I am physically unwell, pacing around my room at 3 a.m., and completely losing my absolute mind over the latest bombshell that just dropped on The Young and the Restless. I needed to hit record right this very second, because if I do not trauma dump this entire experience onto you guys, I am going to spontaneously combust. We are looking at a plot twist so diabolical, so completely out of left field, and so fundamentally unhinged that my brain is basically a buffering wheel trying to process the sheer audacity of it all. Kyle Abbott, yes, the golden boy, the Jabot heir apparent, Jack's own flesh and blood, has literally reached an agreement with Patty Williams to eliminate Jack. Read that again. Let it sink in. Kyle is teaming up with Patty to take down his own father. I am screaming. I am literally shrieking into this microphone, because what in the actual dystopian soap opera reality are we living in right now? Besties, we need to hold a literal intervention right now. How did we even get here? Kyle has always had his moments of being a spoiled brat, sure. We have watched him throw tantrums in the Jabot boardroom. We have seen him clash with Summer. And we have definitely seen him make some highly questionable decisions when he was trying to prove he was the smartest guy in the room. But this is a completely different level of villainy. This is not just a corporate coup. This is a calculated, cold-blooded assassination of his father's legacy and potentially his life, depending on how far Patty is willing to go. Kyle is crossing a line that you literally cannot uncross. To betray Jack is one thing, but to weaponize Jack's deeply traumatized, highly dangerous, and completely unpredictable ex against him, that is low-key the most sinister thing Kyle has ever done. And I am oscillating between pure hype for the drama and total disbelief over this massive pivot in his character arc. Then we have to talk about the absolute jump scare that is the return of Patty Williams into this narrative. Patty Williams! Anyone who has been watching this franchise since the Stone Age like I have knows exactly what kind of chaotic energy Patty brings to the table. She is not just some random hired gun. She is a deeply complex, incredibly unstable figure with a massive twisted history with Jack Abbott. Remember the stuffed cats? Remember the psychiatric facilities? Remember the absolute terror she unleashed on Genoa City? For Kyle to track her down, look her in the eye, and say, hey, let's ruin my dad together is just, I literally have no words. I am actually ascending right now because the sheer camp, the absolute drama of this alliance is giving me life. But at the same time, I am terrified for Jack. Patty does not just eliminate people in a clean corporate way. When Patty is involved, things get messy, dangerous, and completely out of control. Wait, I'm literally yapping right now, but story time. Let's rewind for a second and look at the history here. Jack Abbott has spent his entire life trying to protect Kyle. Even when Kyle was being an absolute menace, Jack was always there, offering him a seat at the Jabot table, forgiving him, and trying to guide him. Jack has a massive blind spot when it comes to his son. He loves Kyle so much that he literally cannot see the monster Kyle is turning into. And Jack also has a massive traumatic history with Patty. The guilt, the fear, the unresolved baggage between Jack and Patty is a goldmine of emotional trauma. Kyle knows this. Kyle grew up hearing the whispers, knowing the history, and he is weaponizing his father's deepest regrets against him. It is brilliant, but it is also so incredibly twisted. I am sick to my stomach, but I also cannot look away. Mainly, I have to ask, what is Kyle's actual endgame here? Is this just about getting the CEO chair at Jabot? Because if it is, this is the most massive overreaction in the history of corporate espionage. You do not hire Patty Williams to steal a corner office. You hire Patty Williams when you want to burn the entire building down and dance in the ashes. Is Kyle doing this because he feels completely pushed out by Diane and Jack's united front? Is he spiraling because of his own personal failures? Whatever the reason, Kyle is playing with fire and he is going to get burned. You cannot control Patty Williams. Nobody can. Not Paul, not Jack, and certainly not a smug millennial in a designer suit who thinks he is the smartest guy in Genoa City. Kyle is about to find out exactly why Patty is a legend in the worst way possible. Yet, as much as I am dragging Kyle right now, I have to admit that I am low-key standing this chaotic villain era for him. Hot take, but I am actually ascending at the thought of Kyle finally taking off the mask and just embracing his inner Victor Newman. We have waited years for Kyle to stop being this whiny, entitled kid and actually make a massive game-changing move. Well, careful what you wish for, right? Because this is the biggest move he could possibly make. Partnering with Patty is a stroke of evil genius. It completely blindsides Jack, because Jack would never in a million years expect his own son to align with the woman who has haunted his nightmares. Totally. We need to talk about the mechanics of this deal. How did Kyle even get in contact with Patty? Did he visit her in the facility? Did he smuggle her out? What are the terms of this unholy alliance? What does Patty get out of eliminating Jack? Does she want revenge, or does she have some twisted delusion that if she ruins his life, he will finally love her? The psychology here is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Kyle is manipulating a very fragile, very dangerous woman to do his dirty work, and I am screaming at my screen because this is going to backfire so spectacularly. When Patty realizes that Kyle is just using her, she is going to turn on him, and Kyle is going to be caught in a trap of his own making. Is it just me, or did they completely fumble the bag on Jack's situational awareness recently? Jack has been so wrapped up in his own little bubble, focusing on Jabot, that he has completely missed the warning signs radiating off his own son. Jack is going to be sitting behind his desk, completely oblivious, while Kyle and Patty are literally plotting his demise in the shadows. The emotional devastation when Jack finds out that Kyle is behind this is going to be Emmy-worthy. I am already preparing my tissues because watching Jack's heart break over this betrayal will absolutely destroy me. Let's get back to the actual tea, though. The word eliminate is so incredibly vague and terrifying. Are we talking about a corporate elimination where they frame Jack for something heinous, so he is forced to step down? Or are we talking about a literal physical elimination? Because with Patty, physical harm is absolutely on the table. She has a history of violence and losing her grip on reality. If Kyle has given her the green light to take Jack out, we could be looking at a life or death situation for the Abbott patriarch. I am literally shaking at the thought of Jack being in physical danger because of his own son. And what about the rest of the Abbott family? Diane is going to absolutely lose her mind. If there is one thing Diane loves more than herself, it is Jack. And she will go full protective mama bear if she gets even a whiff of this plot. But what happens when she realizes her own precious Kyle is the mastermind? The psychological warfare that is going to erupt in that house will be legendary. The family dinners at the Abbott mansion are going to be a literal war zone with plates flying and secrets spilling. Ashley will probably feel vindicated because she always knew Kyle was a snake in the grass, but even she wouldn't wish the absolute terror of Patty Williams on Jack. Tracy, the heart and soul of the family, is going to be weeping in the corner, probably writing a tragic best-selling novel about the whole traumatic ordeal. The ripple effects of this storyline are going to tear the entire Abbott family apart piece by piece, and I am here for every single messy, toxic, unforgettable second of it. Honestly, besties, I am oscillating between pure hype and total disbelief over this entire situation. This franchise has given us some truly wild storylines over the years, but Kyle and Patty forming a deadly alliance to take down Jack is top-tier, unadulterated soap opera gold. I am hitting refresh on my feeds every 5 seconds, waiting for the next spoiler drop because I desperately need to know how this executes on screen. Will Kyle actually go through with it? Will Patty go completely rogue? Will Jack figure it out before it is too late? I need answers, and I need them yesterday. Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Hit that like button if you are as stressed out as I am right now. And remember that we are all in this chaotic journey together. No cap. This is going to be the storyline of the decade, and I am so incredibly glad I have my ride or die squad to trauma dump all of this onto.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.